What's up, guys? So today we got a question from Jesse Dalton, who's looking for a high percentage honeyhole entry. So honeyhole, saddle, 411, sankaku, it's got a bunch of different names. But I'm going to show you the entry that I think is typically easiest to get into, and it's like high percentage very early on. And honestly, I think it's high percentage. If you see the entry, you're gonna notice that you see this a lot from different places. It's primarily going to come from a top position. So as always, this is my lovely assistant, Mr. Adam Wilson. Let's get started. So this is going to work from half guard. I'm going to show you how it works from this position, and I'll show you how this can work from some other position. So a lot of times if the person's in a half guard, they're reaching in for this underhook to get really deep. This is a common thing, right? Because if he gets his underhook, he can sweep me. So what's kind of interesting or helpful about this is that this works off of the underhook. So he's doing the correct thing essentially, and then we're going to work off of that. And just sort of to throw this out there, I have an older video where I was talking about this, and I learned this back in 2006 before this was ever called a honey hole. We would just call it like a leg triangle or something. So he goes in for the underhook, boom. First order of business is I'm gonna pop my knee out, and I'll give you another angle for it in a second. So I'm gonna post my hands on the mat, pop my knee out, and I wanna quickly switch my hips. Now notice my upper body doesn't really turn much. It's my hip that turns over, and then I'm gonna get the triangle, and then I'll sit back into the honey hole position. And I typically try to grab that far leg here so that you can get both legs bound up, okay? Let's look at it from the other side, and then we'll talk about how this can work from other positions. So, again, he gets the underhook here. I personally like to bring my knee out of the lock, and the reason I do this is because I've had my knee get a little tweaked where I try to step back like this, and I get kind of caught up. So I always bring my knee out, so he's got my leg hooked, underhook, bring the knee out, and then we step back. Now notice, I'm not doing a full back step. I'm switching my hips just to secure that triangle. From here, as I'm falling, boom, I'm grabbing this triangle, or the far leg. I can start to attack the legs from this position. Now, this basic movement, you can use this with a lot of stuff. So for instance, let's say if we're in here passing like an open guard or something like that, I can post, step in, right? A lot of guys grab that leg just sort of naturally, right? So we go here, boom, lean in, step back, switch right into position. Another way that I like to get into the same one, Jesse, is from butterfly guard. So when I'm sweeping, so what I'll do is I'll get my sweep, boom, come up, and a lot of times when I get this basic over-under sweep, he starts reaching for the underhook, and then from here I'll immediately pop, switch right back into it. Same movement, different positions. And that's I think probably one of the more basic and high percentage entries to use, I think, period, but especially early on if you're just getting used to the position. So what I would say is try that first entry that I showed you in the video, try that out first, get that set, and then what you'll do is when you start trying to hit this during class, man, there's gonna be tons of opportunities for it that you won't think about them now, but then in the middle of rolling, all of a sudden you feel that your leg's in position, you back step, boom, catch the leg, and you get right into the honey hole and attack from it. So I think this is a pretty helpful one for you, Jesse. Try that out, let me know how it works, and I'm finished. Adam, thanks guys.